Will you please welcome your host, Anthony Davis. Welcome to Stakeout, TV's ruthless quiz show, where each player brings £250 into the studio with which to play the game. The players have to pick on each other to survive. They have to take risks to win. Losers are eliminated, but winners can keep on winning, turning their starting stake of £250 into many thousands of pounds. So let's play Stakeout. We ran out of time on the last show while we were playing Face Off. We're down to 3 players. But before we continue, let me reintroduce those players and remind you of their cash totals to date. Chris, you started the show with £500. That's dropped now to £400. James, you've got around £1,000 there, which is nice. And Mike, you're ahead with £1,350. That's how the money totals stand. Let's continue with Face Off. So, Chris, it's your turn to go. Please pick a player to play against.
James.
Playing against James, and now a category from the following: TV, pop, or science and nature.
Science and nature.
Very good, and now an amount to play for. Now, remember, James holds £1,000, but you only have 400, so 400 is the most you can take from James. How much is it going to be?
I think I've got to go for 400.
£400.
Right.
All right, well, let's hope you get this right there. It's a face-off. It's between Chris and James for £400. Stand by on the buzzers. Here comes the question. What type of nocturnal animal lives James?
Bat?
It's not a bat, no. Chris, I'm going to read you the full question. If you know the answer, buzz in at the end. All right, here we go. What type of nocturnal animal lives in a set? Yes.
The badger.
It is a badger, of course. Well done. You stay in the game. You're on £800 now. Well, we're going to refresh the category board, and it's now time for James to play. So, who are you playing against?
Chris, please.
All righty, and now a category from the following. 5 new categories, James, to choose from. Food, movies, history, geography and sport on the board. Have a good look. Which do you want?
History.
History, and now an amount to play for.
300.
For £300. All right, it's a face-off between James and Chris for £300. Stand by on the buzzers, gentlemen. Here's your question. Which British king abdicated in Chris?
Edward VIII.
Very well guessed. 1936, I was looking for, is correct. Very good indeed. All right, Mike, it's time for your face-off now. Who are you playing?
James.
All right, and now a category. You've got food, movies, geography and sport.
Movies.
All right, and now an amount to play for. James holds £300.
300.
Take the whole lot. James, you better get this or you're out the game, my friend. Here we go. It's a face-off between Mike and James for £300. Here's the question. The monstrous Freddy Krueger. First, Mike.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Very good. First appeared on a screen in which movie of 1984? So it looks like, James, I'm afraid you've had your money taken there by Mike. You're down to nothing. You've been bankrupted. It's time for you to leave Stakeout.
I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy the game at all. My nerves got the better of me. Would I play Stakeout again? No.
Well, let's take a look at how the money totals stand right now. Chris, you have £1,100, but ahead is our current champion, Mike, with £1,650. We're down to 2 players, so let's play All or Nothing. As the name suggests, one of you will leave with nothing. The other will take the lot. All or Nothing is a buzzer round head-to-head. The stakes start at £100 and rise rapidly. Get it right and you win the stake from your opponent. When you can no longer match a stake, you'll play for what you have left. Sudden death or double your stake. Chris, you've got £1,100. Mike, you've got £1,650. So there's £2,750 to play for. Mike, you're our current champion. I expect Chris would like to take that title from you. Good luck to you both. Here comes the first question. What is the nationality of England football coach Sven-Göran Eriksson? Mike.
Swedish.
He is Swedish. Well done for £100. Hawkeye Pierce and Mike.
MASH.
MASH is correct. They're characters from which 1970 film comedy? The next question is worth £300. The Scottish Parliament sits in which... Chris?
Edinburgh.
It does sit in Edinburgh. Very well done. Which planet shares its name with the Roman messenger of the gods?
Mercury.
Chris.
Mercury.
Mercury is right for £400. What in particular is feared by an arachnophobic? Mike.
Spiders.
Spiders is right for £500. Very good. The next question is for £750. Which glory is an ice cream sundae? Mike.
Knickerbocker.
A Knickerbocker Glory, correct. Well done. The next question is sudden death for you, Chris. It's only worth £250 as that's all you have. Get it wrong and you're out. So listen very carefully. Which game was Sir Francis Drake reputed? Chris.
Bowls.
Bowls, correct. Very well done. That's what he played during the Spanish Armada. Now, it's still sudden death for you, Chris. You're still on £500. That's all this next question is worth. Famed for its popular chicken dish, what is the capital of Ukraine? Chris.
Kiev.
Kiev is correct. Very well done. You're back in now with £1,000. It's still sudden death, though, Chris. You could be out. Listen up. What is the name of Agatha Christie's Belgian detective? Mike.
Hercule Poirot.
Hercule Poirot is right. Very well done. Look at that, Chris. You've been knocked out, I'm afraid. Mike's taken that last £1,000. You've been bankrupted. You have to leave Stakeout.
To be honest, I'm absolutely gutted. There is no way on earth I should have lost that. I was robbed. Let's face facts, I was robbed. I've only got one thing to say to my backers. They're no friends of mine. I don't know why I brought them. They were quiet as mice up there. All I want, there was a bit of encouragement and I would have taken a lot. You want to make me sick.
On the cashing in question, you really have to. If you don't know, I think you have to just be cautious and protect the stake you already have, because it's still very important to have a decent amount of money in the following round. So it's a great opportunity to build up the pot, but I don't think you should risk too much of your stake if you're not certain.
Congratulations, Mike. You are still our Stakeout champion. You came to this game with £250, which you've played into £2,750. You can now bank £2,500, leaving you with £250 to bring back to Stakeout to play for a third time. Will you play again?
Yes.
OK, you didn't have to think about that, did you? Well, as this is your second win, if we add today's winnings to your winnings from last time, you've now banked £5,450. We've still plenty of time, so let's meet Mike's 3 new challengers. Hi there, welcome to the show. Your name is?
Scott.
Welcome, Scott. Let me take that from you, please. £250 in cash to play the game with. Where have you come from today?
From London.
London, very good. And who have you brought with you?
We've got Lee, Rich and Paul.
Lee, Rich and Paul. All right, well, enjoy playing Stakeout. Catch you a bit later. Hi there, your name is?
Hello, it's Tony.
Tony, and there's the money, £250 to play the game. Where have you come from?
From London as well.
London as well. Do you know him?
No.
No. OK, well, you never know. This show could turn out to do something else for you. What's your name?
My name's Liz.
Hi there, Liz. Welcome to the programme. You're going to be pushing ahead for Tony there?
Oh, definitely.
You got anything to shake or blow?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of
Plenty of that. All right, well, good luck and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to the programme. Your name is?
Ian.
Welcome, Ian. Let me take that. £250 to play the game. Where are you from?
From Elstree in Hertfordshire.
Elstree in Hertfordshire. That's where they make the movies, isn't it? Certainly is. And who are these people here?
Got Barbara, Ricky, Tina, Tracy.
Very good. Bit of a memory test to start the show. Always good. Do you always get it right?
Normally.
Normally. All right, well, fingers crossed. Enjoy the programme. Enjoy Stakeout. See you in a minute. And, of course, Mike, welcome back. Now, let me take that from you. £250 to play the game. I know you've taken quite a bit of money so far. You pleased about this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Have you decided you're going to be splitting the money at all, or...? No,
Probably
OK.
not.
He's not going to be paying you for your time?
Who's this?
Nothing? Oh, you're denying all knowledge. How lovely. All right, well, I've now got £1,000 of our contestants' money. So let's play Stakeout. So those are the players. I wonder what their supporters had to say about them.
Scott likes the competitive side of quizzes. His general knowledge and his overall losing ability is fairly outstanding as well. Scott shouldn't be nervous today. He's very relaxed. He's quite experienced. And the only thing that might let him down a bit, if we had to put anything on it, would be his general knowledge.
Tony's a really calm, sophisticated sister. She's my baby sister, and a bit like chalk and cheese, the pair of us, but she's going to do really well today. The type of tactics Tony and I have used in the past is to play the dumb blonde, but we're not really.
No, Ian's not a quiz show regular. I don't think it'll be a disadvantage to him. He's very outgoing and he's got a lot of confidence. I think Ian's tactics will be no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Inspirational words, I'm sure. Now, each player came to the studio with £250. We're going to match that with another £250, giving them a starting stake of £500. The aim of the game, as always, is to bankrupt the other players, win their cash and stay on as a champion. Plenty of chances for you to win and lose your cash. We start with All In. I'm going to ask you 4 questions with 3 possible answers. A stake of £75 is taken from each of you, which means there's £300 up for grabs on every question. Whoever answers correctly splits the pot. Here comes your first question. In the UK singles charts, who followed in Walked Love with Naked? Was it A, Sade, B, Louise, or C, Sonia? Select your answers now, please. The answer we were looking for was B, Louise. 3 of you get that right. Ian, you getting it wrong there, I'm afraid. All right, question 2. Listen carefully, here it comes. In which novel are Maggie Tulliver and her brother Tom drowned? A, Mill on the Floss, B, David Copperfield, or C, The French Lieutenant's Woman? Select your answers now, please, my friends. The answer I was after was A, Mill on the Floss. 3 of you get it right. Scott getting it wrong that time, I'm afraid. Here comes question 3. Which protagonist in the 1963 Profumo affair was later jailed for perjury in another case? A, Mandy Rice Davis, B, Stephen Ward, or C, Christine Keeler? Select your answer now. The answer I was looking for was Christine Keeler, and just Scott getting it right that time. Time now for your 4th and final question. Which of these was used as Lord Marchmain's home in Brideshead Revisited? Was it A, Chatsworth, B, Lyme Park, or C, Castle Howard? Select your answers now. The answer we were looking for was C, Castle Howard. 2 of you get it right. Scott and Tony getting it wrong that time. Well, let's see what's in those cash pots at the moment. Tony, you've got £400. You started on £500. You've dropped down slightly. Ian, you're just ahead there with £450. Mike, our current champion, you've got £550. But out there in the lead is Scott with £600. Seems like a good place there to take a bit of a breather. Join us in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Stakeout. Let's just get a recap of the money amounts as they stand right now. Tony, you've got £400 at the moment. Ian, £450. Mike, you're on £550, but ahead is Scott with £600. That's how the cash totals stand. Now we give the players a chance to take money from the bank in Cashing In. Each player gets 1 chance to cash in. We ask them a question, but do not give the 3 possible answers. Before I tell them those answers, they've got to decide how much of their money to stake on getting it right. Get it right, and they double their stake. Get it wrong, and the other players get a chance to win that stake from them. Now, Scott, we'll start with you, because you're in the lead. Here's your question. In the USA, which nuts are commonly known as filberts? That's the question, Scott. How much are you going to stake on getting it right?
50.
Just £50. You're not so sure. Well, let's see if these 3 possible answers jog your memory at all. We have A, walnuts, B, hazelnuts, or C, coconuts. Select your answer now. You've chosen A. That is the incorrect answer. I was looking for hazelnuts there. Well, it's a buzzer question, which means that your £50 is up for grabs between the other 3 contestants. Listen carefully. Here's the question. Who married fellow poet Elizabeth Barrett in... Mike.
Robert Browning.
It was Robert Browning in 1846. Well done. Well, Mike, it's time now for your cashing in question. Here it is. In which decade was Halley's Comet last visible from Earth? That's the question, Mike. How much are you going to stake on getting it right?
50.
Just £50. All right. Here's the 3 possible answers. A, 1980s, B, 1970s, or C, 1960s. Select your answer now, please, Mike. You've chosen A, and that is the correct answer, the 1980s. Well done. Ian, it's time for your cashing in question. Listen up, here it is. At which castle was Prince Charles invested as Prince of Wales in 1969? That's the question. How much are you going to stake on getting it right?
150.
150, so you're reasonably sure about this. Let's see if these three possible answers jog your memory. A, Conwy, B, Carnarvon, or C, Harlech. Select your answer now, please. You've chosen B, Carnarvon, which is correct. Very well done. All right, Tony, it's time now for your cashing in question. When Gina Davis was Thelma, who was Louise? That's the question. What are you going to stake on getting it right?
£400.
£400, you're pretty sure. A big fan of this one, then. Here are the three possible answers. A, Kathy Bates, B, Sharon Stone, or C, Susan Sarandon. Select your answer, please. You've chosen C, and Susan Sarandon is correct. Well done. Let's see what's in those money cash points right now. Scott, you're in fourth with £550. Ian, you've got £600. Mike, just £650 there. But ahead of us all is Tony with £800. We've 4 players still in the game. That's 2 too many. We'll play face-off. This is where stakeout becomes personal, as it's time for our players to pick on each other. I'm going to ask each of them in turn to select a player to play against, a question category to play with, and a stake to play for. We'll play face-off until only 2 players remain. Now, Tony, as you're in the lead, you go first. Pick a player, pick a category, and pick a stake. The most you can play for is everything your opponent has, as long as you can match it. So who's it going to be?
I'll try Mike.
Playing against Mike. And now a category from the following: food, movies, history, geography or sport on the board.
Movies.
Movies, and now an amount to play for. Mike holds £650. You can cover that. So how much of his money would you like to win?
Just 100.
Just £100. That's quite all right. Well, it's a face-off. It's between Tony and Mike. For £100, here's the question. Which actor appeared only once as James Bond on... Mike.
George Lazenby.
George Lazenby, very good. On Her Majesty's Secret Service was the film. Mike, it's time for your face-off now, so choose a player to play against.
Ian.
Choosing Ian, all right. And now a category, please, Mike, from the following. You've got food, history, geography or sports left on the board.
Food.
Food, and now an amount to play for.
100.
£100. Here comes your face-off. It's between Mike and Ian. Here's the question. Home Guard and Maris Piper are, Mike.
Potatoes.
They are types of potatoes. Well done. Very good for £100. Ian, it's time for your face-off. Who are you playing against?
I'll play against Tony.
Play against Tony. And now a category, please, Ian. You've got 3 left on the board there. History, geography or sport. What do you fancy?
History.
History. And now an amount to play for.
100.
£100 of your money. All right, here comes the face-off between Ian and Tony for £100. Which institution for boys was founded by Robert Baden?
Boy
Tony.
Scouts.
It was the Boy Scouts. Very good. Robert Baden-Powell in 1907 for £100. Scott, it's time for your face-off. Who are you playing?
I'll play Mike.
Play Mike. And now a category, please. Just 2 left on the board. You can see geography or sport. So which of those do you fancy?
Sport.
Sport. Very good. And now an amount to play for.
100.
£100. Here comes the face-off. In which sport do nations compete for the Davis Cup? Mike.
Tennis.
It is tennis. Very good for £100. Well, we're going to refresh the category board right now, as you've all had a go. And Tony, it's your chance to go again. So who are you playing?
I'll go with Ian this time.
Go with Ian, and now a category, 5 new ones to choose from. TV, literature, pop, politics, or science and nature?
TV.
TV, and how much for?
Just £100. Again.
Just £100. All right, no one's taking any risks this time. Let's see, it's a face-off. It's between Tony and Ian for £100. Stand by on the buzzers. Here comes the question. Which square is the fictional setting for EastEnders?
Albert.
Ian.
Albert.
Albert Square, very good indeed, for £100. OK, Mike, it's time now for your face-off. Please choose a player to play against.
Ian.
Against Ian, and now a category, Mike, from the following. Literature, pop, politics, or science and nature?
Literature.
Literature, and an amount to play for.
200.
200 of Ian's £500 if you get this right. It's a face-off between Mike and Ian for £200. Here's the question. Which former MP's works include Mike?
Edwina Currie.
Very good. Include A Parliamentary Affair, Edwina Currie, for £200. Ian, it's time for your face-off now. So choose a player to play against.
I'll play against Mike.
OK, and now a category, please, Ian, from the following. You've got pop, politics or science and nature.
Politics.
Very good, and an amount to play for. You're holding £300 now, Ian. It's not a great score. You're going to have to push that up. So if you want to take a risk, make the stakes high.
Just 100.
Just £100? Play it safe for now, Ian. All right, well, it's a face-off between Ian and Mike, and it's just for £100. Here's the question. Margaret Thatcher's community charge was more widely known... Mike.
Poll tax.
Was very, very good. Widely known by the name of the poll tax. That's what we're after. All right, Scott, it's time now for your face-off. Who are you playing against, please?
I'll play Mike.
Playing Mike, and a category. You've got pop or science and nature. Just two. Sorry about that. Any of those take your fancy?
Pop.
Pop, and an amount to play for.
200.
£200. All right, it's a face-off. It's between Scott and Mike for £200. Here's the question. In pop music, what word goes before order, model army? Mike.
New.
New goes before model army and kids on the block, I was going to say. Very good. Well, we're going to refresh the category board right now. And, Tony, it's your chance to go again. So who are you playing?
I'll go with Mike.
Go with Mike. Very nice. And a category from the following. Food, movies, history, geography or sport. You have 5 new categories to choose from. What's it going to be?
Movies.
Movies, and now an amounts to play for. You're holding £700. Mike's got plenty more than you, so you can take as much of that as you like, provided it doesn't exceed what you hold.
150.
£150, all right? It's a face-off between Tony and Mike for 150. Here we go. Cheers star Rhea Perlman married which... Tony.
Danny DeVito.
Married Danny DeVito. Very good indeed for £150. All right. Now, that sound means that we've run out of time for right now. Let's check the scores as they go right now. Ian, you're holding 200. Scott, you've got 250. Tony, 850. But Mike, you're ahead with 1,300. Well, we'll have to leave it there right now, but do join us again next time where we continue on Stakeout.